Hello guys, and welcome back to the show. Today what we're going to be talking about, we're going to look at our spine, and we're going to talk about three archetypes or three spinal positions that we could use to brace and to conserve our energy so that we can jump higher or be more powerful when we're trying to do acrobatics like a backflip. Now the idea here is we already talked about the neutral spine, meaning that if I can use my glutes to stabilize my pelvic bone, use my lats to externally rotate and really bring my rib cage into the position that I want attached to the pelvic bone as well, I'm able to stay neutral. If I'm lifting heavy weight, deadlifting, this is the optimal position that I want to use. Squatting or anything else. Even with the Jenga, I want to have a neutral spine, but sometimes I don't want to press on the gas too much when I'm contracting my muscles, meaning that I want to be able to relax. I want to be able to contract at a precise time. And that's what it is when we're talking about jumping high in acrobatics. We can't stay stiff the whole time. It's a fraction of a second. So here are the three positions. The first one is neutral, as I mentioned. The second one is global extension like this. So global extension, we're not going to look at it so much on this video, but you can imagine here in a bridge position where I'm just contracting my back and stiffening all those muscles and keeping it not too arch, but just like a little bit of a bow and arrow or a berimbau. The other one is global flexion. So slight flexion in my lumbar, and I'm just keeping this very, very stiff. So we see this and we train this with the hollow position on the floor. Hollow position meaning I'm simply lying on the ground here, contracting my glutes. I want to keep my legs stuck together. This way my adductors will fire up my rectus abdominis, so my flexion reflex here, and my shoulder blades are just slightly off the ground here, shaking a little bit. Now this position is ideal to conserve energy when we're being pushed from the opposite direction. So meaning if I'm running from that direction and trying to jump high, if I hollow myself here, it will stop me from going backwards and track me going upwards a lot more. And that's what we want to do when we're trying to do an AU followed back with a backflip. We want to conserve and push the energy all the way up. The second rule, or the second reason that we want to do this hollow position, is if I'm in a short flexion, global flexion, it's going to be a lot easier for me to flex my hips to the maximum that I can and my knee. So if I'm going to go into my little ball and jump, it's going to make it much, much easier. So let's see let's see exactly what I mean by extension and flexion. I'm going to show you the wrong way to notice how I'm going to lose that energy. So if I'm jumping and I'm extending as such, I lose a lot of momentum. All that energy goes behind me and doesn't go up. Now I'm going to try to flex globally. Flexing makes all the energy go higher, so I don't have to work the legs as much to propel myself to gain a little bit more altitude, and it's going to be much easier for me to flex and to rotate afterwards. And there we have it, guys. So I'm not an expert, I'm not a gymnast. There's probably a lot of little faults, little details there. But if you follow those rules about global flexion and just practicing the AU with the hollowed position, you're going to see results going a little bit higher. All right? So continue your work. Let us know how it goes. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our next show.